So, how can you find a good improvement goal? Now, the first thing to say is that a good improvement goal is critical for your success in this course. An improvement goal is one that can come from any area of your life. And if it's really good, it will improve your work life as well as your personal life. So, let's say that your improvement goal is to become more self-aware, or to try to improve your ability to build relationship. The first thing to do, whenever you can think about an improvement goal, is to test it and ask yourself, is this goal true for me? Is this really true? Is this really my goal, or is somebody else's goal? Is it something I truly care about? Does this goal implicates me? Does this goal implicate me in the sense that put me in a position to stretch, to do something that I'm not used to, something that has the potential to make me a better person? The answer it's pretty clear to you. If that's not the case, that's probably not a good improvement goal. Another one that I want to ask, is there room for improvement? Do you think that you can really improve that ability of yours? For instance, as we said earlier, your ability to build relationship, or your ability to be more self-conscientious or self-aware. Is there room for improvement if you were to judge your own ability to do that? If the answer is yes, then might be a good improvement goal. And last but not least, is this goal truly important to you? Is it one of those that you look at and you say, wow, if I would manage to actually do this, I could really do incredible things in my life? If that's the answer, that's probably a sign of a good improvement goal. Now, after you define a good improvement goal, I want to also tell you what is not a good improvement goal for the purpose of this course. So the first thing to say is that I hope that this is helpful in discovering and defining your improvement goal. I just want to let you know that by design, this is not a linear process. So it takes a few iterations to nail it down properly. So it's totally normal not to have the first improvement goal be the one that you're using. So this is by design. So let me tell you something. An improvement goal that is useful for this class, it's not an outcome. For example, I would not want you to have as an improvement goal, I want to be rich, or I want to save enough to travel, to feel more confident, or to have a better work life, to be more decisive. Those are all outcomes, meaning after you are doing and improving yourself, this is what you will end up being. You will end up being rich, you will end up saving enough travel, you will end up feeling more confident. You will end up having a better work-life balance, or be more decisive. Those are all final outcome of your goal. Another things that is not right is dependent on others. You don't want to have a goal where you want to be elected mayor, or you want to win the Nobel Prize, or you want to be promoted, because this, as you know, or receive positive feedback from my boss, because depends on your boss, depends on the people that will elect you mayor, or depends on, the Nobel Prize in Sweden, whether or not you will win. So in a sense, is dependent on others. Another thing you don't want is, it should not be about somebody else. You don't want somebody else to do something. I don't want my staff to do this. I want to ensure that people follow through with their commitment. That's for them to actually follow through, not for you. I want to see that I'm brilliant, but right now they don't see it. So again, it would be about others. Or it could be, I want to be this, this, and this. It could be 3 goals instead of 1. It needs to be only 1 and 1 only. Now, let's say that your goal is an outcome. In that case, I want to say that those are all great aspirations. I don't want you to change them. In fact, we can talk about aspiration a lot, but as far as the exercise for which you're defining the goal, they're not very helpful. So let me clarify. To change your improvement goal into a good one, all you need to do is just to ask the following question. Let's say that your improvement goal was an outcome and you wanted to become rich. And to become rich, or to save enough to travel, or to have a better work-life balance, what do I need to become better at myself? In other words, that would be a perfectly outlined improvement goal because it's dependent on you, not somebody else. And to win the Nobel Prize, to be elected mayor, to be promoted, to receive more positive feedback from my boss, what do I need to become better myself in order to be able to do that? And to ensure that people follow through or make them see that I'm brilliant, what do I need to become better at myself? What is the thing that I need to change about myself that will have as final act on people following through or finally see that I'm brilliant? So in other words, you have to come up with things that you personally should improve about yourself, the one that you will allow you to truly move closer to what you think is your ultimate aspiration. So, in other words, I want to give you an idea. If you want to be rich, an improvement goal might be become better at taking risk. Because if I were to become better at taking risk, I might become an entrepreneur. Or if you want to have better work-life balance, maybe a good goal could be being able to say no to work demands. Because if I were to become better at saying no, I might become more willing to avoid staying at work late. Or if you want to be promoted, a good goal could be become more collaborative in my day-to-day work. Because if I were to become more collaborative, I might be able to expose my skills to more people in the organization and showcase my ability and work toward maybe a lateral move. Or if you want to ensure that people follow through, a good goal could be more direct, less afraid of conflict. Because maybe if I were to become better at that, I may be able to hold people accountable more easily. Now, those are obviously just examples. But before choosing an improvement goal, check with a person that loves you, that cares about you as a person. This is really, really important. I say this because sometimes we get hung up on stuff that doesn't really matter for the big game. We might think that we need to be more strategic to become a better person, and a loved one could point out that what we need to do is to relax more and maybe become better at managing time, so we can become more strategic and be able maybe to take more naps. So the key here is the definition of this improvement goal is imagining yourself asking people that truly care about you something that sounds like, given how well you know me, if I could get significantly better at just one thing that would help me to be a better version of myself, work, home, family, whatever the context, what one thing do you think would make the biggest difference? What would be the most valuable thing for me to work on? What would help me the most to become a better version of myself? In my experience, one or more person that cares about us will rebalance our improvement goal towards a truly good one that will create a truly better version of ourselves.